Bronnick. A Bronnick.
So this is going to be one of those mythical creatures. All right, it's a Bronnick. So what they have is they have two horns that actually go out, and it makes like a kind of like a beehive. So that's where the bee comes from, and they're real broody. So they got that term Bronnick. Kind of reminds me of like a kind of like a ram, but they were back in the old Lord of the Ring days, and yeah, very mythical. And they've only been sighted one time by human history, and they're very, very rare creatures, but they're very
Okay.
special.
Let's do a scene about Bronnick. Are you ready?
Sure.
We'll do a little scene. I like that definition a lot. Okay. Um, Stu, first of all, thank you for getting your reports in. Everyone was amazed at how quickly you got that done. I know you were here late last night working on it. Um, in your reports, there were a couple of pages. It looked like maybe a fantasy novel you're writing. Was that an accident to include that, or did you mean to include that in the report?
So, in my mind, the report needed a little something. It needed to have a little bit of mystique, a little bit of mystery. It was kind of falling flat. So I thought, well, what if we included some kind of metaphor for the need to showcase the efforts that our team is putting in. So I thought of this character, and I'm drawing a blank on its name. I believe it was a was, was it a brute? Yes.
You don't remember what you wrote? You wrote, I'm surprised. Look, there's a lot to unpack just in what you just said. The creature I remember you having written about the most was something called a Bronnick, but I don't want to discuss Bronnicks today. I don't want to, even though the report was full of references to Bronnicks.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh,
Look, that's inappropriate. You can't be creating pages of text and putting it into reports that go across the entire company. I was worried that it was intentional because it was formatted like the rest of the report. So you meant to send that out to all the executive vice presidents?
yes. Actually, if you don't know, the CEO actually has a Bronnick collection. He's actually one of the few people who have heard and have seen a Bronnick.
You're saying Jim Hannigan has a Bronnick collection? What do you mean
Yeah,
by
it's glass crystals. So if you knew him like I knew him, you would understand. He himself said that he wishes we would be more creative in our reporting. He said it himself on our earnings call. You must have missed it. So I'm trying to do something really strategic and put us in a position to really showcase that we're paying attention to those earning calls.
you're saying that Jim Hannigan would approve of what you've done? Approve of, I mean, it was
Not
seven
only
pages
approve,
long. It was 7 pages long, Stuart.
he asked for 14. I chopped it in half.
He asked for 14 pages about Bronix.
Correct. He said, I want to know the ins and outs. I want to know everything you can, the numbers to the side. Give me the history of Bronnick. And I said, I could do it in 7 pages, Jim. He said, I'll take 7.
I don't understand. Why would you? It's an earnings report. Why would you put the numbers to the side? Why would he want that? He wants it just because he thinks it'll make us more creative in our financial instrument creations, you're saying?
He said, Bronnick's for life. He has a tattoo of a Bronnick on his right arm.
He has a tattoo. Jim
Yep.
Hannigan has a tattoo on his right arm of a Bronnick.
You have to see it to believe it.